Was the 600 more difficult then or now? What do you guys think?
Threw it out there. He's just beating him in.
For these guys, it's a piece of cake.
Really?
Hey, you ever watch the in-car? Here they are. Here's how they drive.
Yeah.
And there's how we do it.
Hold on.
What was the speed that we were running?
Yeah. I think what are you, about 181?
Yeah, about 181. That's a good speed.
Yeah.
200.
What were the challenges back then? We'll let you go first since you're outnumbered.
Well, it was, we first of all, dehydration. That was always a consideration. And I know a lot of guys that went into the care center the night before or the morning of the race and got fluids pumped into them, a couple of quarts of fluids, a couple of bags of fluids. So that was a consideration. Carbon monoxide, we didn't know about carbon monoxide, and I'm not saying it was the same for everybody, but you could get sick just from the carbon monoxide. The ringing of your ears, the burning of your eyes, you had a headache, your arm weary, your body. Look, do this. You're sitting at home, you can do this. Just reach out here and just grab hold of that steering wheel and see what it does to your body. Your whole body tenses up. It's not just your neck, it's not just your back, it's your whole body. You are exhausted when that race is over with.
Austin, how do you get ready for 600 miles?
Your preparation starts a couple of days early for sure for the 600. You know, dehydration is still a factor when we're running the cars. Temperatures up to 124 degrees in there. There's not much airflow in the car either these days because we're so low to the ground. There's no ride height, so that flow is not coming through there. So you're not getting a lot of air to your body when you would really want.
Yeah, and I think too, you know, you think about, I mean, none of us drove when Darrell drove, right? So it's hard to say. That's why he's here.
Well, take no offense to that, Darrell, by the way.
You're a hybrid. You're a hybrid.
I think it's
the gray is gradual this way.
Wait a minute.
It's getting darker this year.
Hey, but I think, you know, you guys, it was fairly open, right? You guys had open seats. You know, we've got these enclosed seats now. Like Austin said, they're closer to the ground. The cars have gotten very hot inside. The guys have learned how to keep air out of the car so it stays on top of it, you know? So I think obviously we have AC and we've done a lot of things to keep cool, you know, for these races, but we've also done a lot of things to these cars to make them a lot hotter and retain the heat inside. So that's one of the toughest things. You talk about heat, and that's still one of the biggest issues we have now.
Yeah, you guys sit in your cars. Oh, the seats today are full containment seats. So you sit down in the car. You're surrounded by the seat. We sit on the car.
Hold on, DW.
We set up on
in-car of me. My elbows are up pretty good there. All right.
Oh, man, dirt track racer. You know how to get your elbows up.
The one thing that I'll add, I mean, because I did drive in 93, 94, not in the 80s, but the 90s. And the one thing about the cars in the early 90s when I came, they did not handle very well. And so you did have to drive them a lot more physically because of that, of you know, really working the wheel. I mean, it's loose, it's tight, it's just all over the place. And you could spin out at any second. So the cars, in one way, are way more nailed down now, and in that sense, I don't want to call it easier because they're so much faster. It's not.
I have
easier.
a question for DW. DW, what kind of steering box did you run ratio when you were running the 600?
Yeah, 24-1.
We're running like a 10-to-1 now.
Yeah.
So
But the reason
it might have been harder, but we've gotten a lot smarter. I will say that. I feel like.
No, the cars are 100 times better than what we had. The technology has advanced the cars. We drove those cars out at Sonoma last year, and I couldn't believe how that thing shifted. I was just going, now they go, and beep, 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 beep.
Hey,